Hello, my dearest listeners. Welcome back to Household Drama and Family Secrets. I am Sakina, and today is not a story of sorrow. Today is a story of pure, unadulterated joy. My heart is practically flying out of my chest. After all the pain, the betrayal, the quiet worry over my daughter Kenise, and the long road of recovery, the universe decided to send us a sign, a massive, beautiful, life-changing gift. If you are joining my channel for the first time, you must subscribe. You must celebrate this victory with us. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this happy news. Your kindness truly adds to our family's joy. Thank you. Let me tell you about my son, Ibrahim. You know he is my strength. He always worried about the family honor, but he had his own quiet ambition, America. A full, complete, 100% scholarship to study in the USA. It happened late one evening. My husband was busy with his new job as senior director. I was in the kitchen making tea. Ibrahim was sitting at the dining table, typing away. He had been applying for these scholarships for months, silent, dedicated work, never wanting to get our hopes up. Then the email notification sound came. It wasn't loud, but it sounded different. Ibrahim just stared at the screen. He didn't move. He didn't blink. I had to ask him. I walked over and touched his shoulder. Ibrahim, my son, what is it? Is it bad news? Did they reject you? Because after everything with Kenise, my default was always fear. He just looked at me, and then slowly he read the email aloud. It was short, it was formal, it was from the university in the USA, confirming his full, merit-based scholarship, covering everything. Tuition, living expenses, everything. I didn't just feel happy, I felt validated. This was Ibrahim's hard-earned success, a direct result of his discipline. I looked at my son, and my heart swelled with such immense pride. I hugged him tightly, squeezing the life out of him. USA, Ibrahim. You are going to America, full scholarship. You did it. You truly did it. I couldn't stop running around the house, shouting the news. My husband came rushing out, looking concerned. He thought something terrible had happened. When he understood, he just laughed, a deep, booming laugh of pure, unadulterated relief. It was the first time since before Kenise left that the family had shared a moment of such explosive, unified joy. This wasn't just a win for Ibrahim. This was a win for our name. This was the universe telling us, the darkness is over. You survived. Now claim your future.
You know, my dear listeners, this scholarship, this chance for Ibrahim to study in the USA was more than just an educational opportunity. It was the antidote to the sorrow that had consumed our home. The memory of my daughter Kenise leaving, the subsequent betrayal by my brother Toyo Bali, those wounds were still raw. Ibrahim's success was public validation. It was the universe telling the neighbors and the community, this family is strong, this family is capable. They are sending their son to America on a 100% scholarship. After months of shame and whispered judgment, this news felt like a cleansing. I looked at my husband and I saw the relief in his eyes. He had just started his dream job, and now this. It was as if the shame caused by Kenise was finally being replaced by immense, genuine pride in his son. This success wasn't just Ibrahim's, it was the family's victory over adversity. I remember sitting down and just saying, thank you. Thank you for this new chapter. Thank you for allowing us to focus on future glory instead of past grief. The initial euphoria quickly faded into absolute glorious chaos. We had months of planning compressed into weeks. We had to handle the visa process, the university paperwork, the travel arrangements. Everything suddenly became urgent. My husband, despite his senior director title, became totally swamped with immigration forms. He was running around collecting bank statements, proof of income, and academic records. I felt sorry for him, but I was also thrilled. Ibrahim, my son, was the picture of focused determination. He told me, "Mother, this is the final hurdle. We cannot fail the visa interview. I need to be articulate, confident, and prepared for every single question." He rehearsed his answers 100 times. Asha, my elder daughter, stepped in immediately. She helped Ibrahim practice his conversational English, focusing on the American accent and typical university questions. My house was transformed into a command center for his journey. We were all involved, all moving towards this one incredible goal. It felt wonderful to have a positive shared purpose again. But even amidst the joy, the shadow remained. Every time I packed a new shirt for Ibrahim, I remembered the suitcase that my daughter Kaniz took when she ran away. The contrast was heartbreaking. Kaniz left in fear and secrecy, taking only what she needed for escape. Ibrahim was leaving with our blessings, fully supported, carrying not secrets, but hopes. I told Ibrahim, "Your sister's mistake was secrecy. Never forget that. You must always communicate with us even when you are thousands of miles away." Ibrahim, he understood. He looked at me with maturity and said, "I know, Mother. I will call you every day. I will send you pictures of the snow. I will make you proud." His promise was my anchor. This victory, this 100% scholarship, was not just financial. It was emotional restitution. It was proof that our family could and would emerge stronger from the betrayal. We were focused on the future, but we carried the lessons of the past with us.
The visa approval process felt like another massive hurdle, another test our family had to pass. But Ibrahim handled it all with such maturity. We submitted all the paperwork, including the details of my husband's new role as Senior Director of Architectural Design at Global Tech Solutions, which certainly added credibility to our financial standing. When the visa finally came through, it felt like the entire world breathed a sigh of relief. It was official. Ibrahim was going to the USA. We immediately plunged into the enjoyable chaos of packing. Ibrahim, my son, was meticulous. He kept reminding us, "Mother, I need warm clothes for the American winter. I need adapters. I need copies of every document." He was organized, a true leader, even in packing. I packed his favorite sweater, the one I knitted him years ago. Every item I placed in his suitcase carried a memory, a silent prayer. I was packing not just clothes, but my hopes, my pride, and a small, fragile sense of peace after all the turmoil we faced with Kaniz. Then the reality set in. He was actually leaving. My son, my strength, was going thousands of miles away to study on his 100% scholarship. The joy of his success was now mixed with the deep, aching pain of separation. I started worrying about everything. Would he eat properly? Would he be cold? Would he be lonely? I went to my husband and I confessed my fear. "I can't imagine the house without him," I told him. "Sakina, look at him. He is achieving his dream. This separation is necessary for his growth. We have done our job. Now we must trust him to do his." The pain of separation was compounded by the trauma of the past. The last time a child of mine left unexpectedly, it was a betrayal. This time, it was a triumph, but the fear of loss was still deeply rooted in my heart because of Kaniza's choices. Before he left, I had a long conversation with Ibrahim. This wasn't about money or grades, it was about trust and values. I told him the most important lesson learned from our family's sorrow. Ibrahim, my son, your sister Kaniza's biggest mistake was secrecy. You must never follow that path. If you face a difficulty, a mistake, a financial problem, you call us immediately. We may be far, but we are your foundation. Never let silence build a wall between us. Ibrahim listened with deep respect. He promised me, Mother, I will call you every single day. I will send you pictures of the university. I will make you proud, and I will always be honest with you. His promise was my final anchor. Watching him leave would be painful, but I knew he was carrying not just his suitcase, but our entire family's hope and resilience with him. He was leaving as a strong, honest man, ready to face the world. The day finally arrived. The day my son Ibrahim would leave for the USA on his 100% scholarship. The journey to the airport was quiet. The car was full of love, but empty of words. It was a bittersweet silence, the culmination of months of anxiety and weeks of frantic planning. We stood there, my husband, Asha, and I, watching him check in his bags. Every action felt momentous. I kept adjusting his sweater, smoothing his hair. Small, unnecessary gestures that a mother makes to hold on to the moment. Ibrahim was the most composed of us all. He hugged his sister Asha first, telling her to focus on her own career. He looked at his father, my husband, and said, I will make you proud, father. I will honor the title of senior director with my own dedication. Then came my turn. I held him tightly. All the fear, the relief, the pride, it was all condensed into that one moment. I didn't cry then. I held back the tears, remembering my promise to send him off with strength, not weakness. I just whispered, remember your promise, my son. Honesty first, always. He smiled, squeezed my hands one last time, and walked through the security gate. I stood there, watching his silhouette fade away. It was the hardest farewell of my life. Harder even than Kaniza's departure, because this time the separation was real, earned, and necessary. The tears finally came, but they were tears of pride. As we drove home, I realized the immense shift that had taken place. The pain of my daughter Kaniza's betrayal had been a brutal challenge, but Ibrahim's triumph, coupled with my husband's success as Senior Director of Architectural Design, had laid a new, unshakable foundation for our family. We learned that you cannot control the chaos that comes into your household, but you can control your resilience. We chose not to let one tragic secret define us. We chose to focus on the future, success, and forgiveness. We survived the worst, Sakina. Now we aim for the best. Our children will know that failure is temporary, but the family strength is permanent. And this is my final message to you, my listeners. If you are carrying the weight of a painful secret or a betrayal within your family, remember my story. Grief is not a destination, it is a passage. Focus on the light. Invest in honesty. Support the honest efforts of your loved ones and pursue your own purpose. My husband found his dream job and my son found his future in the USA. We found our peace. I pray you find yours too.